All right, so let's start by looking at PBR and how we can use this in our rendering. So first off, what is PBR? PBR is simply a physically based rendering. So it's a material that's going to be affected by an environment light. If we go simply for our usual rendering setup, so let's start with simple sphere, a geometry, and we will use a font just to show you. So this is a simple material. And of course, a light, a camera, and render. So that's our basic setup. As you can see, it uses one light, so the light hits in the middle of the sphere right there. You can move this light, of course, add more if you want. But the thing is, with using the setup, is that you're only going to be able to send light from these lighting elements, and it's working well. But you could use PBR and environment light to achieve a more realistic look, or simply to send some light from all angles at the same time. So I will show you how to do this right now, and this is going to be useful in our project. So first off, let's remove the phone and place a PBR right there. So as you can see, PBR is completely dark right now. So the thing is, we have a light right there, but if you compare it to environment light, this is really a small light. So if we go there and bring it higher, of course you will see the effect, but let's simply remove it right now and use an environment light. So the first thing with the environment light is that there's a warning because it needs to have an image. So the environment light will basically take an image and wrap it around the scene and send light from this image using the brightness values of the pixels. So if I take an image, for example, movie file in right here, you see right now it's basically using the banana element of TouchDesigner and using this to send light on the image. To see a bit more how this works, we're going to use our PBR to create a more reflective material and see exactly how the image is used. So to do that, we're going to look in our PBR and bring roughness down. Metallic is at 1 and roughness is going to be at 0. As you can see, it creates basically a sphere that reflects the light, and you can see the banana that's used right there. But of course, we're going to change this element and use a simple environment map. And boom, that's it. You can see there's some light coming from the sun, and this element is lighted from all the angles at the same time. So of course, this is a JPEG file, so there's not a lot of information in this file in terms of brightness at each pixels, but it's a 360 image. So you can use this as to light a scene from all the angles with a more realistic light. So that, for example, the sun right there. But you could also use HDR map, which is a file format that really has a lot of information in the pixel in terms of brightness. Of course, right now it's completely burned, so we will really need to play with some levels with that image. But this is just to give you an idea. And basically, you can find these files, so 360 images, on a web, because it's kind of hard to take yourself. So of course, you can take them yourself, but you can look at some site like HDR Heaven, where there's a lot of different environment map that you could use. So you can download those HDR files and then play with them in TouchDesigner. But the thing we're going to use it for is simply really very simple. It's going to be to use a ramp. So a ramp is a simple gradient, but this can also be used as an environment map. As you can see right there, of course, I'll bring it to a vertical, and boom, that's it. So as you can see, this is really interesting because it really gives a whole light and shade effect on our element. And this is what we're going to use in our project. So using an environment map and simply a ramp like that is going to give us the ability to create this effect. So that's it for the PBR, and we will look at instancing in the next video.